A young cave bear, killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown. On my way. Couple turns should do it. What's in here? Always room for more. Better not be cursed. An ordinary lamp. Not a trace of magic on it. What's up the discussion?
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
You see them over there? Refugees? Ha! Naught but a cover. I know what they really are. Dyed-in-the-wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words. There's probably only a handful of rotten apples among them. Or, you know what they say about rot? It spreads quickly. Ruins the whole bunch.
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough flaming fists here for these refugees. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many of them roaming about without proper supervision. Let's hope Archduke Gortash can make a difference.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. They're a danger to all of us. Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The flaming fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. You're a true Baldurian, I can tell. You must understand why we need to keep these strays out of our city. Another bleeding heart. Piss off and take it elsewhere.
Oh, gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese. I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
No, we pay taxes for you to protect us.
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is. You're a recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack. Dignity. These wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course. Charity is a luxury. Fickle, occasional gestures from guilty hearts. I run a business. You'd be shocked by the sort of things they bring with them. Gold and jewels, they can't easily exchange. Heirlooms, rarities, sentimental items, even cremation urns. Alas, you can't eat grandmother's ashes, nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity. Their heirlooms for my gold. Difficult to get a good day's trade done when I'm expected to keep watch for Shadowheart at the same time. Who knows when she'll finally turn up? There is an enterprise within the city that I help to support. I know I said I wasn't given to charity, but this place is dear to my heart. I'd tell you more, but they value discretion above all. As do I. You're like a dog with a bone, aren't you? Perhaps you are cannier than I first gave credit to be. I have some very special wares reserved for exclusive clientele, but I think you've earned a peek. Just a merchant. At least look at what's on offer before you embarrass yourself. Trade secrets. But I can guarantee you that nothing I have to offer was stolen. It was all given happily and willingly. Every last item.
Direct me.
And I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
You're coddling these vagabonds and don't give a rat's ass about honest citizens.
With haste. A word.
This vessel's service lies with those of great import. Thou art not.
I need a quick word.
This vessel is at thy disposal.
But the vessel only stares blankly. You'll need to...
This soul awaits thy command.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. They're a danger to all of us.
Got diseases. And any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
I took you for one of them. These wretches have nowhere to call home. Nothing to... Indeed. You'd be shocked by the sort of... Alas, you cannot eat grandmother's ashes. Nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity. Their heirlooms for my god.
should mind my step. Very well.
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to the city. First through Worm's Crossing, then on to the lower city. Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but still home. Incredible. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full. Let's hop.
What
to do?
Criminals, and we won't have them.
Can't slow down. And I'm sure the men at
How's the Lord on the rack? Give me patience. These protesters keep harassing the refugees. It's horrid. I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up aid again soon. We need their help here.
Don't pay me any mind now. I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets fed.
Then one of them could be a spy for the
I'm busy. Mind your own.
Here goes nothing.
Attention. Donations desperately needed for refugees. Every copper helps.
If you want to chat, talk to Nestor. I like my personal space.
Donations? Do you know advice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. Thank you. I'm sure your contribution will be greatly appreciated. Got something else to donate, have you? I'm gonna let you through because I don't want to take any risks. But you better not be lying.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
Not sure why you were so keen to get in the barn, but if the manip says so...
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. A danger to all of us.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore. Didn't you? Figured we only got the scraps you didn't have the strength to carry. Still, we got some decent stuff. Made a nice change from picking through your dusty pockets. Wish I could tell you. We're stuck out here, but most of the action is beyond Worm's Crossing. Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look. Stay away from trapped chests! Because they think you're a thief, Murkon. Duh. We need a place to hide any good stuff we find. A lot worse.
What's inside? might be useful.
I hear you've been given permission to be here. Don't disappoint me.
I say, terribly decent of you to come over and exchange pleasantries. Oh, how kind of you to say. I have been growing my bristles out. It's something of an art, you see.
You best not piss away Manip Nestor's good graces. I hear Worms Rock Prison is rather cold this time of year. Supplies are short, but I can scrape enough together for us to have a bite of something solid. Even if we only have tankers of river water to raise. We'll try to
want a little look. Right tool will do the trick. Traps, please. Go slowly. This is dangerous.
Your arms would be so snug.
Someone's reported a theft in this area. It seems you're the likely culprit. What will you do? You've been given the benefit of the doubt this time, but something tells you next time you won't be so lucky.
You were right. Explosives. Now give me some room. I need to make sure the rest of these donations are safe. You try and find whoever is responsible for this.
I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No such luck.
Toys. Trapped to injured... Who would do such a thing?
I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No such luck.
Toys. Trapped to injured children. It's abominable.
Who would do such a thing? I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No such luck.
Nice little nap.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
Toys. Trapped to
Let's
injured
move.
children. It's abominable.
Touch and go.
Very well.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these stuffy outlanders?
Not you!
Oh, to be fair, for a miserable collection of shabby hovels jam-packed with wretched refugees, this place isn't bad at all.
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort.
can't have a word.
Oh, gods! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it? See it? Really? No. No, that just won't do.
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy.
Whatever the dog thinks, being here is much better than being out there. Right, my dear?
Well, the children can be a touch grabby, but... Yes, you're quite right, my darling. War is no place for a precious little baby like Biscotti after all.
Look, I know you're not gonna see it, so you might as well be on your way. Ahmar? Oh, goodness! You said it! Wondrous day! I am a good dog. You could come back. I like you.
Heads will roll for this. This transgression. This injustice. Oh, you poor, naive soul. Let me tell you a story. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do? They talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Sharess's caress by now, not waddling about in filth. Piss off, would you? I've got some papers I have to file to get in. Apparently. Bloody bleeding bureaucrats.
Just can't.
We've got to get Grunch into the city, but he's in no shape to travel. I wonder, what if we hit him in a big barrel and nailed it shut? Nah.
Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is. But we have to.
Whatever you need. I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
Glad at least one of us is doing well.
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. all law and no sister. Grr.
You know who's really responsible.
My son Garen is pleased we got this far together. But his wife's bitching is making me old before my time. Why can't he tell her to put a sock in it?
Actually got here safely. Towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
Every road between Baldur's Gate and Eldergard.
God, camping with the mother-in-law has been utter hell. Maybe I should just go on ahead into the city without her. Scouting, like.
Washing my pits, this is the song when up. Aye! Gonna blood not get any bleeding privacy around here. Bunch of perverts, the lot of you.
Bite of something solid. Even if we only have tankers of river water to raise.
They got me signed up to learn to make pots, which is dumb. I'd rather learn how to kill cultists. And I bet you'd back me up on that.
Mira made her way into the city.
I'm really worried about Umi.
Song Tavern. Hopefully making herself comfortable.
Glad at least one of us is doing well.
What a sad situation. The once proud tieflings of Elturel, reduced to beggars.
We made it through hell, twice. I know now that as long as Danis and I stick together, we can do anything.
We made it alive to Baldur's Gate. Almost, anyway. But I can't complain. When I look at Bex and realize she's safe, it's hard not to weep from joy. So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say. It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him.
Zoran, you made it here all on your own.
It was touch and go. Some close calls. The cult have claimed every...
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? It's a fine city, isn't it? No better place to hail from. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. Too bloody right. But will they share? Not a chance. Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. If we don't show them that we mean business, they'll bleed us dry. We need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. What do you say? You think there's a better way? Such sickening naivety. But I will cure you of it.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Hopefully making herself comfortable.
Glad at least one of us is doing well. So many more could have survived.